The United States made its first monthly profit since 2001. My name is Joe Cantu at Cantu Tactical Wealth Management, and this is our business and stock market forecast. Today is July 29th, 2025. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 topics. Number 1, the U.S. made its first monthly profit. Number 2, the world, led by the U.S., is at the beginning of a global business boom. Number 3, we have a United States citizen who is on fire. Number 4, World Caribbean's earnings report and big companies' earnings report this week. Number 5, our business and stock market forecast for the rest of 2025 and beyond. Let's get started. The United States made its first monthly profit in 24 years. We call this a surplus. That means more money was coming in to the U.S. than we were paying out on a monthly basis for the United States bills. The direction of this may lead to a balanced budget, which is great. We had an extraordinary $27 billion surplus of federal money coming in to the United States for the month of June. Again, this is the first month in 24 years since 2001. Number 2, our research at Cantu Tactical Wealth Management reveals that the world may be moving into a global boom led by the United States, a business boom. In the past, business booms have been led by new invention or discoveries such as the telegraph, the telephone, the automobile, and in medicine we had discovered penicillin. In the second half of the 20th century, we have had a technological business boom with the inventions of the computer and the cellular mobile phone. And now today, we have AI, artificial intelligence. And this business expansion is led by the United States. The whole technology industry in the U.S. is now pouring into global expansion. Furthermore, the United States may be leading a global business boom in another area which may not be obvious to investors, and that is the vacation, leisure, travel arena. There are United States companies who have created leisure innovations for better travel experiences. For example, in the transportation area, we have companies such as Uber and Lyft, providing more accessible, safer, affordable, independent travel. And these are giving choices around the world. Airlines such as United and American and Delta have provided bigger planes and added more entertainment centers with a center at every seat. My point is, in the past, Americans have not significantly traveled outside the United States. And who are the biggest spenders on the planet? Americans. By far. In trade and travel, the United States spends 25%, 1/4 of all the countries combined. Another way to say this, on planet Earth, 1 out of 4 people spending money on products, goods, and services is an American on planet Earth. You know, I've traveled around the world, and when an American walks into a store, the owners of that store are excited. Again, over the past 2 years, it's been amazing to see the transformation of how many Americans are traveling around the world. Some people believe that COVID-19 changed this. Perhaps. But it's becoming a key factor in the world's business expansion. Number 3, we have a United States citizen who is on fire. He is creating money for our country in ways never before thought possible. He is cutting negotiated deals to bring the industry for jobs and revenue. Historically, United States economists do not factor in tariffs as a major moneymaker for our country. On the other hand, international economists do. In fact, they factor in tariffs as a source of money for their country. You know, I have personally experienced and seen this fact from living in other countries. In less than 6 months, defying economists' predictions, he has increased tariff money by 300%, creating a new money-making source for the United States. Another interesting fact is he is positioning our abundance of food, beef, grains, rice, wheat, corn, natural resources such as natural gas, timber, and rare earths, and oil, and many others as a negotiating tool for global trade. He's negotiating to bring in more federal money. The expansion in energy and steel production is adding to this business economic boom. Tariffs are actually lowering inflation, lowering prices for Americans. For example, in this European tariff deal, it actually lowers prices of foreign cars to us in the United States by 12.5%, allowing more automobiles to be sold in Europe. This is reducing the chicken tax on U.S. trucks in Europe. Have you ever wondered why you do not see a United States pickup truck in Europe? Number 4, Royal Caribbean's earnings report and others. This is a big week for the stock market. So Royal Caribbean beat earnings by $4.38 a share. Analysts' average estimates were about $4.10. This is a very, very strong number, and they are computing to increase their earnings moving forward for the year. This is good news. However, the stock fell today, and I call it a minor hiccup because total revenue was $4.54 billion and analysts were expecting $4.55 billion. I believe those are just sellers taking a profit temporarily. Why? It is up over 50% in the past 6 months. Besides, they just took delivery on a new ship called Star of the Seas, and they're getting another ship within 12 months. We are maintaining our position in the stock, and we will be increasing our 1-year price target to be disclosed on a future video here at Cantu Tactical Wealth Management. Now, as I said, this was a big week for the stock market. We have Robinhood, Meta, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon all reporting this week, and next week is AMD. Expect a volatile stock market, but you know, volatility isn't necessarily bad. It's only bad if you're losing money. We are expecting good numbers. Number 5, our business and stock market forecast for the rest of 2025. Needless to say, a majority of the world predicted economic calamity from tariffs and falling corporate profits. We are in earnings seasons, and corporations have been bringing record profits. The reduction in the workforce has been making companies more profitable. We expect businesses to become more profitable and a continued increase in the stock market. However, historically, after earnings season, which is about mid-August, there is some profit taking, and the market may pull back. The latter part of the year is historically very strong with holiday and Christmas sales. We are in a historic technological business expansion. In other words, with artificial intelligence leading the way, we think the world, not just the United States, will continue to increase over the next several years. We are only at the beginning of this anticipated growth. Bottom line, the stock market is going higher. In conclusion, the United States is on track to have a balanced budget with our first profitable month in 24 years. I find it interesting that no one else is reporting on this first month of a surplus for the United States balance sheet. At Cantu Tactical Wealth Management, we expect more profitable surplus months ahead. Also, we see the world business growth ahead, led by the United States profitability pouring over. We believe we are at the beginning of a new business boom due to artificial intelligence. A significant factor in this business boom is the fact it is spearheaded by an American who has become a catalyst for investments. Anyway, this guy is on fire, creating ways to find new money sources, bringing industry and investments into our country, which also will lead to more jobs. We have never seen anything like this before. Royal Caribbean had its best earnings report yet, and this is a big week of earnings from some of the largest companies in America. Finally, we expect the stock market to move higher within 2025 and beyond. This concludes our report for Cantu Tactical Wealth Management. I have some required disclosures. Take a listen.
Joe Cantu, Chief Investment Officer of Cantu Tactical Wealth Management, is your host and has over 30 years of experience in the retirement money management profession. He is a West Point graduate with a master's in business administration and has worked for 3 of the largest Wall Street firms as a stockbroker and portfolio manager. Over 10 years ago, he created Cantu Tactical Wealth Management, which actively balances and selects investments based on a tactical approach rather than the traditional strategic management method. Instead of the buy and hold philosophy, he believes in the pursuit of finding investments showing momentum, performance regardless of the direction of the market. His experience includes IRA accounts, 401k rollovers, trusts, endowments, defined benefit plans, 403bs, and 401k plans. Additionally, he served as a night college instructor for seniors, teaching high net worth retirement and estate planning for 14 years. Podcast views and personal opinions are for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute a recommendation. Investing has risk of loss and you should consult with your own advisors for any financial decisions. Cantu Tactical Wealth Management and Joe Cantu are a fiduciary firm and registered investment advisor in the states of California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas, providing pure independent advice and money management.